Hey y'all, my name's Arlacia, and and God gave me this dream last night, and yeah, girl, let's just get into it. And I was basically at this high school battle of the bands, and it wasn't weird to me that I was in this battle of the bands because I was in the band in high school. And so at this battle of the bands, I was sitting with my school band in the stands, and we were watching this band that we were battling mid routine, like they were doing their thing. And I just remember, I couldn't hear them playing, but I just remember like feeling like, oh my goodness, like they are doing good. They look clean, they look crisp, they hitting their marks, they sound good. Even though I couldn't hear them, I was like, I just hope they win. Like I was not thinking with a competition mindset. I was like, I hope they win because they sound good. We my band get on the field and we start our routine. Once I start looking at everybody and I'm like, yo, what is going on? Because I'm catching every flaw, every inconsistency. We look bad. I'm talking bad. Like, you know, if you're a performer and you mess up, sometimes the audience can't tell. No. The audience could tell because we look discombobulated. We look confused. And I remember thinking like, y'all, like, what are we doing? We need to stop. I'm about to walk off this field because we look stupid. And so as I'm about to walk off the field, I used to play the trumpet in high school. So in this dream, I was playing the trumpet and I put my trumpet down. Next thing I know, all the trumpets put their trumpet down. And I'm like, what y'all doing? I'm about to walk off the field. Y'all can stay and play, but I'm about to go. Y'all don't have to follow me. Y'all could continue being a part of this, but I'm about to leave. And so I turn around and go, and they turn around and go. I'm like, what y'all doing? Stop. And so I turn back, put my trumpet up. They turn back, but they trumpet up. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, I see how this is about to go. So I'm just about to stay because it's about to look bad if all the trumpets walk off the field. And so as we're back focused and we still look stupid on this field, I'm looking at the band director because that's what you're supposed to do. I'm looking at the band director. The band director, he acting wild, inappropriate. Like he is doing stuff I can't even speak because it's so graphic. But he wants us to follow what he is doing. And I'm like, oh no, y'all not about to have me out on this field doing any and all kinds of things. I'm not about to be embarrassed. I'm already embarrassed being out on this field not knowing what to do. But especially with this band director doing what he doing and everybody can see what he doing, I'm not about to be here. Like, y'all not about to have my face on candid camera. Like, I'm not about to do this. And so again, I go to leave. Trumpet's still following me. I'm like, what's going on? And then this man in the band raises his hand and he starts directing the band. And the whole band, including me, I start to follow his direction. But at the same time as he's directing, he's also playing his instrument. And so after that, the dream ends. I wake up, I start typing the dream in my notes. And as I'm typing it, he's giving me revelation. The first thing he gives me revelation on was he makes me notice like the role that I played in this dream. In this dream, I was a section leader. I was a section leader in high school, but only for like a year. But in this dream, I was a section leader. If you don't know what that is, a section leader is a person who is over their section of instruments. So I was the leader for all the trumpets. And which is why when I moved, they moved. That's basically what a section leader is, okay? You would copy, you mimic them, kinda. But they're just like the veteran, like they know everything. And so every time that I moved, they moved. And the first piece of revelation he gave me on this was, if you give up, so will everybody else down the line. And I'm like, who is this everybody else? And what are we really talking about? And he didn't really answer that. He was like, if you give up, so will everybody else who is watching you. And I was like, what? And it's not that he brought it back to remembrance, but I was like, well, I was about to give up making these videos. I was about to give up doing this because, like, Lord, I really don't think I have the time. Like, I need to focus on my schoolwork. I just have so much else to do. So I'm about to just like stop making these videos. And that was one thing. If you give up, so will everybody else. And then the second piece of revelation on this second part was where the man raised his hand. He started directing the band from within the band. He made me remember that video that he made me make, that he had me make 2 days ago about how the switch is coming. God is ready to remove those leaders whose ego got in the way, who are too prideful and all that stuff. And he's getting ready to basically switched them out with his people. And the thing about that, he gave me deeper revelation through this dream. And it's that these leaders who are pretending to be a part of the band, you know, a part of the band, by band, I'm meaning his church, as in not in a building, but people who actually have a relationship with him. These leaders are pretending to be a part of the band, and they're leading his people astray, or they're trying to, but they can't because their deceit just isn't that, it's not hitting us that deep because we got our armor on, okay? Their deceit, even though I saw it, okay, I saw it and I was paying attention to it, but everybody else in the band was not paying attention to it. They saw the tomfoolery and they were like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Even if that leads us to, even if that makes us look like we don't know what we're doing out on this field, I know not to follow that. And so his leaders that are too prideful, too egotistic, and also they have not repented for their transgressions, their iniquities, he's getting ready to, all of that is coming to light. They're getting ready to fall from his grace, basically. And then the person who raised their hand and started to direct from inside the band, okay? People who are in his church stepping up to lead, okay? The people who in his church that he is calling to basically replace these leaders are people who are willing to lead, people who are willing to lead his people to the truth, people who are willing to be true leaders because they're rooted in the true leader, people who are willing to be true shepherds because they're rooted in the true shepherd, okay? And so the people he is calling are people who are in relationship with him, who know what God needs from them. And so he revealed to me, basically, I asked the Lord to test my heart. Like, Lord, I always ask him, like, test my heart, because I don't know if I would actually do this in real life. And so what he did was showed me that I was willing to give up because of how everything started to look, how the band was looking all kinds of ways. The director was doing what he was doing. And I was like, I am not about to be a part of this. I'm leaving. And so he was like, give up or step up. Give up or step up. Like, that's it. Give up or step up. And so not only that, after I finished writing that down and writing all the revelation, I also had devotional today. Well, I have a devotional every day, but my daily devotional was centered around this verse. It's Ezekiel 22:30. Now, if anybody tell you about me, and I come to them talk about, there's this Bible verse, there's never a time where I will walk up to them talking about the book of Ezekiel, okay? but Ezekiel 22:30, it says, so I sought for a man among them who would make a wall and stand in the gap before me on behalf of the land, that I should not destroy it, but I found no one. So the thing is, about this verse, God seeks people who will intercede for not only his church, but who will intercede for people who have no relationship with him. And the thing is, Jesus is also our intercessor. And Jesus is also our intercessor. But also, he calls us to become more like Jesus. And so we should also be intercessors. We should not only intercede for his body, but we should also intercede for people who do not yet know him. And so the thing is, God was looking for someone to intercede on this land that he was about to destroy. And it's not that he was destroying it out of like spite or anything. It's just that the people were not listening. They knew that God already sent a warning. Like, if you don't repent, if you don't turn from your wicked ways, I will destroy the land. But they just did not want to listen. And so God found no man to intercede on their behalf. And, oh my God, God found no man to intercede on their behalf. So what God is looking for is he's not only looking for willing leaders, he's also looking for intercessors. Intercessors for his body and intercessors for people who don't yet know him. And so the thing is, you cannot give up. I'm talking to myself for real. You can't give up and then expect to be a part of that switch, you know? You can't give up and expect to be a part of the switch, because what God needs from you is, even though it may look crazy, even though it may look discombobulated, like the church may look like we are going through it, like it may look like we are going, like we just don't know what's happening, everything's going every which way, and these leaders is looking like a fool, okay? what he needs from you, what he needs from me, what he needs from us is to be willing stewards, willing leaders, willing stewards, and also to intercede so that what he is about to give us will not be in vain, that it won't slip through our fingers, that what he is about to give us, and when I'm saying what, I'm talking about he's giving us his sheep to care for, the ones he is raising as leaders. He's giving us his sheep, and you know he don't play about his sheep. And we're still his sheep, but you know, if you're having sheep under you, he's calling you not only to be his sheep, but you're also one of his shepherds of his sheep. Now that's a heavier that's heavier, okay? But he's not calling you he's calling you to also be an intercessor of people who don't know him, to guide them to him, okay? So that was a lot, but it's really give up or step up. Give up or step up. And if you give up, just know that the people who are looking at you, even if you don't know people are looking at you, they will also give up. And the thing about that is their soul's connected to your purpose. And so if you give up, their blood is on your hands. Think about it that way. That's how I have to think about it. Because even though I wanted to give up, I had to think like, well, I can't really, because I know that there are souls connected to my purpose. And I know that if I don't step into my purpose or continue in my purpose, their blood will be on my hands. And it will be intentional on my part that I just gave up. And no matter how it looked, no matter what was going on in my life, I just decided to give up. But that's not what God wants from us right now. That's not what God needs from us right now. He really needs us to be willing leaders. He needs us to be good leaders. And we can only be that if we're rooted in the true shepherd. And he also needs us to be intercessors. Whew. So that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm just praying right now that we will take heed. I know I have to take heed because the heart is deceitful. Who can know it? I, the Lord, test the heart. Okay. He knows the heart. And it's good that he showed me so I could know. You know? Yeah. So if you need to hear this, if you were willing to get up, if you were ready to give up, just know that there are souls connected to your destiny. There are souls connected to your purpose. And if you give up, it's like they've given up, but they haven't had the choice yet to give up. They haven't been introduced to the truth. And so you haven't run this race to a point where the people who are connected to you have a choice to give up. You've automatically made the choice for them. And so be willing, be ready to step up. When things are looking like a mess, especially because of the leaders, be willing to step up and be a light to the darkness. Be ready to be a light that exposes when things are not going the way they should go. Woo! That just makes me want to think and just sit. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all had a good day because it's like 6:00. So have a good rest of your day. Take this back to God. If this is the season you're in, if you were about to give up, or if he's calling you in this next season of your life to step up to be a leader, ask him for the qualities you need. Ask him to make you more like Jesus, okay? Ask him to make you more like him, okay? That's all. Hope you have a good day.